Good morning. This is the Yuma Gardener. Today is World Soil Day 2022, and over 100 countries around the world celebrate every December the 5th. This year's theme is Soil where food begins. To show your support, take a selfie with your hand covered in soil and post it in the comments below using hashtag World Soil Day. Also, you can post it to your social media accounts. This is the Yuma Gardener. I'm Lorene, the Yuma Gardener. And in support of World Soil Day, please save your used potting mix, your potting soils. Once you've used them, you don't have to throw them out. You can rejuvenate that soil. And there's a couple of ways to do it, and the best way that I've found is by adding compost to it and letting that compost break down, and it doesn't take a long time for that to happen. And then by the next growing season, you will have rejuvenated live soil. Sometimes we use the term dirt and soil interchangeably, but I just recently heard someone say that soil is alive and dirt is dead. So that is the basic difference between soil and dirt. And we want to plant in soil, not something that's dead like dirt. One of the things that I'm going to show you today is an easy way to compost material to add nutrients back into your soil. Okay, so I moved over here closer to my work station, and I have a coffee can that I just recently emptied. I bought this cans because I like the shape of them, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these cans. We're going to make these into little composting containers, and I've already turned on my soldering iron. So I'm going to get the soldering iron because we're going to need to put holes all the way around and on the bottom of this container and the top. Now on the top, this morning I put some coffee grounds and a banana peel that I had, but that's okay. I knew I was going to be doing this video today. And I'm going to be turning the top upside down on here and putting holes in here, so that it's easy to remove the top once we get it situated. So let me grab the soldering iron. Hopefully it's warm enough. Okay, I got my soldering iron, and I'm gonna just be putting holes all the way around. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I was waiting for the to use up all the coffee out of this container. I think this container is a little bit bigger than the other ones that I've been using, but the planters, the containers that I've been putting them in are small, so I don't want to take up too much of the growing area to use for the compost bin. And as you can see, this has a 2. There is a 2 on the bottom of this. And 5s and 2s are food grade plastic, so we don't have to worry about putting any type of contaminants into our soil. We are going to be enriching all of that soil that you have left over in your pots, so that we don't have to toss that or throw it away. So that's what I'm putting all these holes in here, because we're going to be putting compost in this bin, and we want it to be able to leach out into the soil. Now, if you're new to my channel, you might not remember when I did the work area cleanup. When I did that cleanup, there were a lot of pots that I want to be careful here, because this is where I'm holding on to. I don't want to get too close to the soldering iron. Same on the other side. I probably have enough right here so that I still can hold on to this. So I have put holes in the bottom and holes all the way around the sides of the coffee container. Okay, now for the top. The top is going to sit on like this. That's not very tight, but I'm going to put holes in the top. So I'm putting the holes in the top. And it's going to sit on just like that. Okay. Let me put the soldering iron away. So we have a container with holes all the way around and on the bottom, and the top has holes in it. So I cleaned out my refrigerator and I found some wilted lettuce in here. So I'm going to add the wilted, I found some wilted lettuce in my refrigerator. So I'm adding that to start the composting. And we can add the paper towel in here too, because the paper towel will also break down. Okay, so the next step is to put this in the container with the soil. This is the container, if you watch my work area cleanup, that I put all of my used soil into. I emptied out all the flower ponds that had used soil in it, and I also added leaves and twigs. I also added some compost to the soil. So what I'm trying to do is build up some soil so that in the spring I can top off my planters, my planter containers. So what I'm gonna do is just sit this down into the container, and I'm covering up around the holes so that when I water this, the water is going to run through all of the compost, and the nutrients from the compost is going to revitalize the soil. Okay, so I've got this covered all the way around, and then the next thing that I am going to do is remove the top. And as you can see, I put the lettuce leaves, the wilted lettuce leaves in there. Also, that paper towel is going to break down. And I'm going to sprinkle a little of the soil on top of this container. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because whatever you have that is on the top will not break down. So if I just left the lettuce on top, it would not start breaking down. So I'm gonna now, I've got some soil on top that's gonna help the composting project. I just put my lid on, and what I need to do next, I'm just gonna grab this one because it's handy, is I'm gonna put a plant on top. Now, I probably need a bigger one than this. This one isn't doing all that great, but it will work, because what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna get my water hose, and when I water this plant, all the water from this plant is gonna run down out of this pot into my composting bin. I can even put water directly into that bin. And I'm gonna, while I'm here doing this, I'm gonna water my compost pile, because you need to keep it moist. And as that water goes through the plant that I put on top of the lid to the compost bin, the blue compost bin will start to leach out, and it's going to be leaching out the composted, it kind of makes like a compost tea, to fertilize and revitalize this planter, so that I'll have some fresh soil, some healthy soil, some rejuvenated soil for this spring when I start my spring planting. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Also, remember to take your selfie picture. Take your selfie picture with your hand in some dirt, hold it up, and post it in the comments below under hashtag World Soil Day. And also post it to Facebook or Twitter or whatever else accounts you might have, to promote the importance of protecting and enriching our soil. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel, to my channel, if you haven't done so yet. If you like this video, please press the like button.